totally ridiculous.
I'm an innocent man, Your Honor, and I have always been an innocent man, Your Honor.
As I said from the beginning, I have nothing to do with this case.
I didn't do anything wrong. I stand by my investigation, and I don't know what else to tell you.
He was accused in the shooting of 2 correction officers, and one of those correction officers died.
They took me down to 77th Precinct. The interrogation was actually led by a rogue detective by the name of Louis Garcella, and he was threatening me, telling me that I was never coming home if I wouldn't tell him what he wanted to know. He put me in a lineup with grown men. He made me sit down and hold a number up, and a couple minutes later he came back and told me it was my lucky day that I got picked. I woke up the next day thinking it was a dream, that it was like I was gonna be home, that it wasn't real. When they sent me to prison, that was like one of the most scariest feelings I ever experienced. And I didn't know how to read. I wanted to communicate with my mother, and I just wanted to tell her how I felt. And that motivated me. I started with like dictionaries and children's books. By the time I was 17, they was also sending me to state prison. So I got my GED, and I graduated to state prison.
So I was in court that day. It was really incredibly emotional. The judge was crying. John Bunn was crying. His whole family was crying.
I'm an innocent man, Your Honor, and I have always been an innocent man, Your Honor. And I thank you so much for what you have done to me and saving my life and my family life.
The key witness revealed that the detective had provided him with a description of whom to pick in the lineup. The former witnesses admitted that they were pressured into testifying against Ranta.
Mr. Ranta, to say that I'm sorry for what you have endured would be an understatement and grossly inadequate, but I say it to you anyway. The defendant's motion to vacate the judgment of conviction is granted.
David Ranta's case really opened up a lot of people's eyes that perhaps something was going on in New York City. Perhaps there are some people who are sitting in prison who don't deserve to be there.
2 weeks later, it was in the newspaper that David Ranta conviction was overturned, and that Detective Louis Garcella, the same detective that framed me, had framed Ranta.
That's ridiculous. That is totally ridiculous.
We have to look back at New York City in the 1990s. It was a time when crime rates were soaring, and there was a lot of pressure on detectives and on prosecutors to get these convictions.
drugs were a big problem. Especially crack. It was so accessible.
It was just much easier to get these cases in and out of court. Bad guys doing bad things got convicted, but some really good guys, just minding their business, got convicted.
Gentlemen, what is wrong with the system? How can this be? 21 people just in the past few years from the Brooklyn DA's office have been set free because they were wrongfully convicted. How could this happen in this day and age?